Good morning, all. So I would like to welcome you all in third international conference convocation on the green environment and technology, entrepreneurship through innovation, organized by Amity University, Rajasthan. I would like to welcome you all in the day two session. Session is about to start. I would like to welcome Professor Dr. Swapnish Dated sir, Coordinator, Amity Institute of Engineering Technology. Sir, please welcome to our keynote speaker. Over to you, sir. Sir, your mic is mute.
Okay. Now the voice is there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I would like to welcome Professor Dr. S. Nindu Chilen, working as a Dean of School of Computing, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai. He holds a BE degree in Computer Science and Engineering in 1989 from University of Madras and MS in AI Robotics from the School of Electrical and Electronics Engineering and Computing from University Science, Malaysia in 1999 and holds a PhD in Information and Communication Engineering from Anna University, Chennai 2009. He is having a more than 33 years of teaching experience in abroad as well as in India. He has published more than 108 research papers in various national and international journals and conferences. He has written two science textbooks and published 5 patents. He has published more than 54 papers and 10 theses. He has organized 27 webinars, invited as a resource person in 12 webinars. He has appointed as a Smart India Hackathon coordinator and motivate the student to design and develop the innovative product and won the prize of 1 lakh from the Ministry of Education, Government of India in 2022. He is also a recipient Outstanding Educator and Scholar Award in 2014, Indian Best Research Supervisor Award 2015, grabbed the Educational Charitable Trust Chennai India Best NSS Unit Award 2017, Anna University Chennai and South Indian Achiever Award 2022, Kalam Dream Trust Chennai Lifetime Achievement Award 2022, and Best of Edutrex International Award from Bombay. He is having a fellowship from IETE and membership from IET. His main research area including the wireless sensor networks, robotics, Internet of Things, and wireless communication. So I would like to welcome Dr. S. Nindu Chennai in the conference, in the third international conference on green environment, technology, and entrepreneurship through innovation. So welcome you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
University also.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Swapnish Tare, Coordinator, Amity University, for your excellent introduction about me. Actually, and I would like to thank conference session chair and conference coordinator, the session chair, Dr. C. Ramkumar, NGP Institute of Technology, Coimbatore, and Dr. Grish Kausik, Manipur University, Jaipur. And also, I'd like to special thank to Dr. Manju Kausik and Dr. Rocky Mukta for giving me opportunity to share my knowledge with all the delegates, those who are going to participate and present their papers in this conference. And also, I'd like to say that I heard about this Summit University. It's a good universities in India. They have given excellent platform for the students to enhance their knowledge through this kind of conference. This is excellent title, third international convention on green environment, technology, and entrepreneurship through innovation. So once again, I would like to thank one and all for giving opportunity today to present my idea. And let me start my session, sir. Yeah. Once again, good morning to one and all. So my presentation title is IoT applications and challenges in smart cities and services. Well, today I'm going to discuss, these are the outlines I'm going to discuss with you. Brief background of Internet of Things, how IoT works, architecture of IoT, current status of IoT, then the future of IoT, then potential of IoT, trends of IoT in 2023, it's a mistake, it's 2023, then application of IoT and security challenges in IoT. And finally, tell me some advanced simulators available, which will be useful for the research scholars, even for PG students. Okay, what is IoT and brief history of IoT? Let me just give a small introduction about the IoT. So I don't want to go deeply at all. So IoT, which stands for the Internet of Things, you all are aware of it. It's a term actually that's used for connecting huge or bunch of devices, what we are using in the real world to the internet. So today, many electrical and electronic devices such as tablets, smartphones, and laptops, and TVs, extra, or all are devices which are connected to the internet. So, what is the use those devices are connected to the internet? Because that's allowing us to make use of many benefits the world web offers. So, when these kind of objects have internet connectivity, it means that they are capable of transferring the information. So in other words, what we could say that data can be sent and received from one device or from one system to other systems. So such a way that so the communication of information, the communication of informations makes our life much easier and more efficient. So the aim of IoT is to connect multiple objects. So we use whatever we are using every day in the real world through the internet. So it's again easier for us to make our lives very easier. So here I could say one challenge. The challenge is that there is no single technology. There is no single technology that drives IoT. It's a collection of technology that drives the influence of IoT. Because nowadays, you know that IoT along with the artificial intelligence, it's a two different types of technology. IoT with the blockchain technology, IoT with the what do you call that smart cities, IoT. So this is not only one technology; it's collection of technology that drive the influence of IoT. So what IoT trends can we expect to see in 2023 or in 2024? Because it's focus of IoT in 2023 or 2024 through that cheaper hardware, cloud services, artificial intelligence, and solicitation. Okay, well, so these are the IoT. Introduction about IoT. Then let us move to brief history of Internet of Things. I don't know how many of them ever have it. Actually, one of the team, local programmers, they have decided because they are working in what do you call that? They were working in Carnegie Mellon University. So there, usually we know that those time and all, they have used refrigerator. Usually the refrigerator will be placed in central block, main block. So each and every departments are located in different, very far away. So what they'll do, if they want to have a water, they have to make a trip to main block and have a water and come back to their department. So they used to do like that. So that one particular programmers team, what they did, they have designed and developed the prototype model. That's nothing but the refrigerator. Because it was located in that main block in the particular university. So what they did, they'll make a trip to the main block, have a water and come back. Sometimes when they go to the main block, if there is a water, okay, no problem, let them have it and come back. If there is no water, then they'll come back to again department. Sometimes if there is a water, but it's not cool, they won't have it. So before make the trip, so one team, the local programmers would connect with the internet to the refrigerator appliances and check to see if there was a drink available or not. So if it is available, okay. Then again they'll check if it was cold or not. Then before making the trip. So such a way that the Internet of Things as concept was not officially named till 1999. So one of the first example of Internet of Things is from early 1980s. So they have used the prototype model as a Coca-Cola machines. Right. How IoT works. There are many components like IoT components, the four fundamental components are there in Internet of Things: sensor device, connectivity, data processing, that user interface. All are connected here. So you can see in the diagram, block diagram, there are the end users. End users are nothing but the sensors. So we used to say that it's a what do you call it? A smart devices, motion sensor, temperature sensor, pressure sensor. So those devices are collecting the data from the external. So those are all sensor devices collecting the data from the externals. Then transfer the information to the through the gateway, and it may transfer to the cloud or server for processing purpose. Then it will reach the user who's having the mobile. So this is actually that we need four fundamental components. So what are the sensors devices available? Pressure sensor. There are three type of many types of sensors. Excuse me. Pressure, temperature, vibration, rotation. These are the sensors. So sensors are electromechanical hardware device. So those sensors are attached with the particular product. So that sensor is generates the data or signal. And what is the connectivity process here? So devices, the end users, whatever smart devices are always connected with the gateway, what I mentioned earlier. So here the devices, so gateway here, gateway is act as a bridge between devices and the cloud. So that serves two kind of functions. So the first one, it will normalizing the data from those devices to standardized format, because the data, I mean the sensors is supposed to collect the data from the external devices, external environment. For example, temperature. So device, the sensor is supposed to measure the temperature from the environment. So that will be in normalized form. That's supposed to be converted into standardized form. So collect the data and convert from normalizing to standardized form. The next one, supporting communication with the internet. So we need Wi-Fi, Zigbee, Bluetooth. These are called the communication protocol. So that protocols used to transfer the signal from devices to gateways. So the gateway can just transfer the information to the cloud, where either we can store the information or process the information. And these are the structure of the IoT technology. There are four layers: things, gateway, internet, and services. So the IoT structure, you know already, sensors. There are so many sensors available. Those are called smart sensors, temperature, pressure, like that. Then what communication protocol used here? Zigbee, RFID, NFC, and internet connectivity, so Wi-Fi. Then it will provide the service. So these are the things, IoT structures. And okay, well, so let us move to now current status of the IoT. Almost 7 billion of IoT devices are connected right now. So that means the global connection growth is mainly driven by the IoT devices. So both consumer side as well as the enterprise side. Yeah. So these are the future. So how about the future of IoT? You all are heard about Industry 4.0. That's called the factory automation. So initially, Nanjing, there is the Ericsson Panta, the factory. It was located in Nanjing, and it comes under the Industry 4.0. So what is the purpose is to optimize the manufacturing process. Optimizing manufacturing process, it means that when the employee enter into the company, then the system is supposed to monitor the employee. Monitor the employee, what time the employee will enter into the company, then where he is going, that particular employee belongs to which department, whether quality control department, manufacturing department, like that. Then just monitor and follow up the employee. Not only for that, when the stock is not available, the system itself help the vendor, ask them to bring the materials, raw material, because the industry, already raw material convert into the actual what you call material and use for the some manufacturing purpose. So the system itself find the availability of the raw material. If it is not available, then automatically dial up the vendor, ask them to bring the. So this all comes under the industry 4.0. So that's a result. Let's say improve efficiency and results combining cellular IoT. Combining the, to make the n number of productivity and also save the time. There is a purpose. So this is one is already implemented. And the next one, transforming the future of agriculture. Yeah, IoT is play a vital role in the agriculture. In fact, I am also going to do some projects that was approved by MSME 2.0 recently. Let me explain in upcoming slides. Okay, so here in the particular slides, the BA Intelligence survey expects that the adoption of IoT devices in the agricultural industry will reach 95 million in 2023. Just imagine. So growing 20% annually. So the IoT smart farming solution is system that is built for monitoring the crop field with the help of the sensors, because we used to what do you call that, measure the soil humidity level, okay, moisture level, soil moisture level using soil moisture sensor. Okay, there are so many things. Let me explain in upcoming slides. So these are the things in the IoT is play vital role in transforming the future of agricultural. And next, empowering a smart societies. So according to the Garnet survey report says about 20% or in 1.39 billion of IoT units shipped into the smart city applications by 2023. That will be utilized for sustainability and climate changes use cases. And another, let's say that here, a quick look back, that means in 2016, there were more than 4.7 billion things connected to the internet, according to the IoT analytics. But fast forward, like 2022, 25, 26, 27, okay, the market will increase to nearby 11.6 billion IoT devices. Okay, so the next is cyber criminal will continue to use IoT devices to facilitate DDoS attacks. Even it was happened. So they have used like devices such as DVR, security cameras, and more. So these are the Internet of Things malware functions. So more cities will become smart now. So each and every cities are becoming smart cities. So that means cities will be able to be automated, remotely manage, and collect data through things like visitors, then video camera surveillance systems, then bike rental stations, and taxis. Well, so next let us discuss about the potential of IoT. The first one is improved performance. So you know already the productivity. I mean, when we implement the IoT systems, that is used to monitor and productivity process and analyze the mistakes. Even if when we implement this particular technology in industry, just let us monitor the employee and machine and productivity. And if anything happen, anything wrong, we can do the analysis part. So such a way that we can improve the performance. That is one of the great potential of IoT in industrial side. The next, creative services. So gives customer insights due to close servicing monitoring. Let me give you an example like landsliding. So nowadays, we could see so many landslidings which occur in India, especially in the northeast and the northwest and all. even including it was happened in Tamil Nadu, one of the hill station also. So how we are going to provide service using IoT technology? So let us deploy the soil moisture level sensors in the forest. So that should be measure the level of the, moisture level of the soil. Because you know how it will happen when the rainfall is increased, then the soil, what you call the moisture level is increased. When the increase means it will definitely, what you call that land will be slide in that particular area. So that's what to avoid such a kind of problem. So the system, when we implement the IoT technology, the sensor is uh, just just monitor the environment and just inform to control room. So the people who can inform to the people, those who are living around the area, that make them alert to come out from that area. So just provide not only the service, there are so many services. So just what gives customer insights due to close service monitoring. The reduced cost. Of course, it can reduce equipment downtime by up to 50% rather than recruiting people. But it's not suitable for India like our country. But usually the what do you call that, the owner of the industry people, they wants to earn more money. Okay, so in that case they can reduce the equipment downtime up to 50% and reduce the equipment capital investment also by 3 to 5% by extending the useful life of machineries. And new revenue stream. Now you can see in our government, IoT marketplaces can be divided into more than three categories, like government IoT. We used to say that GIoT, the industrial IoT, IIoT, and consumer IoT, CIoT. Then nowadays we can say that one more AIoT, artificial intelligence of things, AIoT, medical IoT, so many what do you call that, technologies. I mean, so many domains are there using the IoT technology. Right. Next, let us see about trends of IoT in 2023. Well, so IoT in blockchain technology, IoT in edge computing technology, IoT in artificial technology, IoT in industrial 4.0 technology. Let us see one by one. So the blockchain, so you know already, blockchain is a distributed database that maintains a continuous growing list of records and blocks. So this is so usually without this system, we can maintain like a ledger. We can maintain that ledger. It's supposed to be open distributed ledger. Anyone who can easily modify anything. But when we go for the blockchain technology, it is not possible. And also, the blockchain consists of two types of elements. One is called here transaction, another one's of blocks. The transactions, the action created by the users in the systems. And blocks are it's just maintaining its blocks is nothing but a record of the valid transaction in the correct sequence. Okay, now how the transaction happens. So how blockchain works here. So let us see. Now the person A who wants to transfer the money to B. So sender is A, receiver is a B. So A wants to send money to B. So what happened here? The transaction is represented online as a block. So make it as a block. So number 3, the block, whatever block is broadcast to every part of the network. I mean, party means here the authorized person. We use like every party. Party is authorized person. So here they have to discuss or finalize with the party. Those parties are authorized persons. So they have to make sure about it. So the block is because he wants to transaction, do money transaction. So that block is broadcast to every party is authorized by every authorized person in the network. So those in the network approve the transaction is valid. So those people are approved this particular block is valid. If it is valid, so the block then can be added to the chain. So blockchain, which provides an indelible and transparent record of the transaction. So now finally the B who can receive the money from A. So this is such a way that the blockchain works to avoid the intruders, because you know intruders, hackers can easily follow or monitor the what you call that, the path, and find get the all the solutions, and they'll do the hacking process at all. And in same thing, like if there is of course, IoT operates a distributed client or server model that requires administrator to manage the network. You know already the administrator. When we recruit or appoint the administrator, system administrator, so it's easy. So it's a centralized authority. So the system administrator used to recruit the system administrator in the lab. So in the lab, computer lab. So what is his role? The administrator who's supposed to, the administrator is a centralized authority. So centrally, when we go for centralized authority, it's a weak point. So when it comes to the IoT cyber security, it's a weak point. So the intruder who come to know about the administrator details, then study about administrator, then they can easily easily break up and get the information through the administrator. That's what I said. The centralized authority is the weak point. So in order to just avoid this kind of problem, what happened? They have to convert from centralized to decentralized. So the decentralized natural blockchain technology would negate any central attack. So hackers would have to target individual nodes on the network. So that's why in order to try to obtain the data they want. So the blockchain network, smart devices are able to actively participate in validating transactions. That is one of the great advantage when we go for the blockchain technology with IoT. So what are the key characters? Of course, it should be a decentralized, and ledger cannot be changed, okay, without the network agree to it, and facilitates trustless transaction because there will be a lot of unknown parties, and distributed processing power when we go for decentralized. Then advantage of blockchain: increased trust, removes the need of controlling power. Of course, it's a better security. Excuse me. Then complete record of all the transactions. Okay, let's move to now IoT technology with the embedded computing, edge computing technology. You all are aware of edge computing. So the edge computing brings computation and data storage close to the device. For example, the sensors are supposed to get the data from the external environment and transfer those data to the microcontroller. The microcontroller is located very far away from the source device. Excuse me. So microcontroller is located very far away from the source devices, like sensors. So what happened here? The microcontroller or even cloud computer where the action takes place, like processing or stored information. So all the cloud cloud is located very far away from the resource. Source devices. So what happened here? When the node, like end user sensors get the data from environment and transfer the data to the cloud. So it will take much time. It's not only much time. There is a possible to what you call that lose the data also. Okay. So what happened here? When we move the edge computing near to the place, like edge computing nearing to the devices, closer to the devices where it is being gathered. So rather than laying on central location, that can be thousands of miles. That's what I said. So if it is there, if the sensor is located very far away from the processing devices, levels will be increased. So our objective is to reduce the latency time. It means minimize the latency time. Okay, so latency issues that can be affect the application performance. And also, sorry. So the companies can save the money by having the processing time. So edge computing is really useful for the programmer or the pupil when we use we communicate, I mean, we were combined with the IoT technology, we can minimize the latency issues and all, and processing time will be increased. Okay, this is a good example. So how edge computing works? So you can see that Internet of Things, this actually in this diagram, there are so many sensors. That means devices, smart devices are placed here. So the role of the devices to get the information from the environment and transfer the information to the cloud computing for the processing or store the information. So here we have included edge computing between the cloud and the Internet of Things. So this edge computing placed closer to the Internet of Things. So edge computing allows data from Internet of Things device to be analyzed at the edge of the network before we send to the cloud. So the beneficiary, what are the beneficiary of enabling edge computing for the Internet of Things? Lesser network load. That is the most important. Then I told you already, zero latency. Latency is nothing but time delay, zero time delay. When we go for live telecast, cricket live telecast, if there is a latency, means we can't watch the match and all. So that should be a zero latency and reduce data exposure, computational efficient, cost and autonomous operation, and security and privacy. These are the beneficiary when we go for the edge computing for the Internet of Things. And IoT in artificial intelligence is a good example for the smart, smart agricultural, smart home, education, and smart government, smart healthcare, and smart retail and remote mobility. All. So here, smart sustainable city is innovative city to use of IoT technology. What is the use to improve the quality of life? So efficiency of urban operations and also provide service and competitiveness. So here, when a city is not smart, sustainable, what is the problem here? So infrastructure grows, but it's not well connected. So for example, problem is traffic jams. Even if you go to the New Delhi and the Bangalore, so there will be a lot of heavy traffic jam, even including Madras, Chennai. So missed bus and train and flights, lack of coordinated response to disaster. Disaster happened. A source of information are not available. Shortage of supply occur for industry side, electricity, water, and food. So duplication of resources. These are the things faced. So when we implement IoT technology along with the artificial intelligence technology along with IoT, we can identify the key areas that have sufficient impact on citizens and society. So what I have given here, transport logistic, fleet management. So we can easily follow the vehicle, Ola. So you know already. So once if you book the Ola taxi, you know where it is now, how far located, how it's moving, what time will reach to us. Everything will follow. Okay, fleet management, then goods tracking, the utility smart metering, and smart cities, parking sensors, and waste management, then smoke detector and home automation, and consumer sites. So wearable devices, consumers, then wearable device like the watch, smart watch, and the industrial side, 4.0, you know already, Industry 4.0 process monitoring, control maintenance monitoring, environment, and agriculture, I told you, yes, we can measure the climate changes, you can check the climate and agriculture monitoring. And this is IoT in artificial intelligence technology. Again, IoT, why IoT and AI need to work as a tandem? For example, you can see the vehicle, it has so many sensors. So what is the use of the sensors? So transportation, lower operation, and improved safety. So the particular vehicle is connected to the rest of the vehicles. So what is the purpose? Because these connected vehicles and smart roadways provide real-time traffic. So you'll come to know if there is any traffic available or if there is a traffic or not. Then transit and parking data for maximum efficiency and minimum congestion. And also lower operating cost, operating data, diagnosing driver, preventing maintenance, and also we can decrease the cost and improve the warranty and improve safety. Vehicles talking to each other, so you can talk to other driver and also enable cooperative And crash avoidance, we can, the main thing is the crash avoidance, safety applications. Okay, the IoT technology works along with Industry 4.0. So, in 1784, Industry 4.0, they have used technology like mechanization and steam power and viewing loop. And in 1870, Industry 4 2.0, these mass production assembly line and electrical energy. Then in 1969, used to call it Industry 3.0, automation. When they found their robot to do the pick and place operations, computers, electronics, whatever, that help with the help in Industry 3.0. And today, Industry 4.0, cyber physical system, Internet of Things, networks, all are used to make or create more productivity in the industrial side. When we implement Industry 4.0, what are the results? Of course, faster, flexible, reliable, and efficient processes. Then what is Industry 4.0? You know already. So there will be a lot of sensors, gateways, routers, all are used to collect the data and do the analysis, whatever collected data, do the analysis part like platform, artificial machine learning algorithm. There are so many algorithms available and store the data in cloud as well as process the data. Then data presentation, storage, cloud, and control. We can use actuators for control, process improvement, remote operation, remote asset management also. Then beneficiary of digital manufacturing, cost saving, and we can enhance the productivity. Then happier customers, enhance the quality assurance and goods traceability, programming of quality parameters, and product innovations, and many more beneficiaries there when we implement this particular IoT technology along with the Industry 4.0. And next, I think 5 minutes more, application of IoT. Here, I have taken five domains here: agricultural, civil, mechanical, automobile, and healthcare. Scope in agricultural. The first one, high precision crop control. Actually, when we are really interested to implement IoT technology along with the artificial intelligence, especially in the agricultural domain. So what we supposed to do, we have to, first of all, we have to test the soil. We used to say that soil fertility. Test the soil, whether what are the content of the soil. I mean, content means nutrition. What are the nutrients available in the particular soil? Whether this soil is what kind of crop or plant is suitable for the particular soil. Then if it is find out already, okay, this is the soil type, these are the nutrition, phosphorus, potash, whatever available. This nutrients is good for, go for the what you call cultivation of brinjal or lady's finger or anything else. Okay, even tomato, that is wanted now, most wanted now. So based on the soil condition, we can go for the cultivation. After cultivated, then we have to go for the what you call that irrigation process. That comes under the what you call the automation irrigation. So nowadays, what people are doing, farmers are doing, they are doing surface irrigation. They'll use the water, unlimited water. They're wasting the water. Then you do know when we go for the surface irrigation, the outcome will be not that much beneficial. That means but productivity will be is not higher one or lower one. Okay, so irrigation process, because now we found already the soil type, then we know what kind of plant is suitable for the soil. Then once it is cultivated, then we should go for the irrigation process. Irrigation is nothing. So when we go for deep irrigations, it's useful for because we can save the water, especially the water scarcity area. We can save the water, and sprinklers. Sprinkler also one of the good irrigation systems. Okay, that part is over. So when grown up the tree or whatever plant or whatever crop, then we have to focus on what you call the leaf disease. Okay, leaf disease. We have to identify the leaf disease based on the what do you call that? We can use the prawn to identify the leaf and capture the leaf and do the image processing in backend and compare with the data set. Then what kind of diseases affected by this particular leaf? Then these all we can do it using the CNN algorithm for what do you call, clustering for clustering part. Then whether it's enough infected or not, we can use SVM algorithm. You all are aware of it. Artificial intelligence, especially deep learning algorithm, SVM algorithm used to find out whether this is infected or not. So now I'm telling how the AI is related to the agricultural, especially and also IoT technology. So and next stage is here fruit. Fruit, fruit will be then we come to know whether fruit is affected or any diseases attacked by the any diseases. That also same thing. So we can send the robot or drone to just capture the fruit and do the process in the backend. Then check it out what kind of disease. It will automatically system will give the this type of disease. Then once if we come to know that that particular disease, then pesticide. The system itself give the pesticide. What kind of pesticide used to prevent the problems. So once if it is over, then we'll get the productivity, huge increase the productivity. And again, the system is telling that where is the demand in the country? Which states really looking for your fruit? And you can send the fruit. So these are the things, high precision crop control, data collection, automations. We can do that using this technology. And also scope in agricultural and this is one of the I mean we can sensor implant and the solenoid valve and we can go for irrigation and fertilization. Both are combined together means it is called the fertigations. Plant will be healthy. Then you can save the water. I told you already because we can deploy the sensors, soil moisture sensors in the field. The soil moisture sensor supposed to this we can fix the threshold value. So if it goes to 10, moisture level is high. If it goes to 0, moisture, I mean, the sand is now dried. So such a way that if it goes to 0 means the valve, solenoid valve will be open. If it is goes to 10 means this is threshold value. So we have tried everything in the program side. 10 means though that valve will be closed. So here we can save the water. That's what I'm telling. Plant will be healthy, then 42 to 50% water saved, and 25% to 30% nutrient saved. And one of the project, top maturity project, autonomous robot, they have designed, I mean, Israel and Europe collaborated. They have designed and developed the robot. So the robot is looking for the right fruit. So it moves to the particular planet and find the fruit, whether it's a ripe or not. If it is ripe, pick the fruit and place it in the packet, in the bucket. And next, it goes to the another plant and just check whether it's a ripe fruit or not. If it is ripe, then pick and place it in the bucket. So it keeps on going every plant. This is one of the projects already done by the Israel and Europe collaboration project. It takes 25 seconds to pick single fruit. So it can work 20 hours per day. And this particular agriculture robot market will reach $75 billion by this year. This is a so we have to reduce the manpower. Okay, then market linkage, where marketing linkage. We will come to know about the where we actually demand and what is the price forecast and all. Okay, this is the so can I continue, ma'am, or madam, can I continue or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
सर
Okay.
ये रूम आठ में रहेगा सर तो रूम आठ में रहेगा
What time I supposed to?
So,
हाँ
okay,
एक से
sir,
दो exactly मतलब एक से दो में
Yes, I'll inform, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, next, the IoT, how IoT is changing the construction, because now we are implementing in civil engineering. So we can easily identify whether the bridge is damaged, what is the life of the bridge, then structural failure, which can result. Everything will come to know about that. Next, productivity in the industrial side. So usually the construction people, the construction, industrial construction people, or even civil construction, they'll fix the deadline on target to complete. For example, if I want to construct one bridge, we have to make sure about when I supposed to complete the project, duration, project time duration, the target. So what happened here, to avoid backlogs, because of the problem is a result in budget decrease. Because if it is 3 years or 3 months project or even 1 year project, if it is not possible to complete the project, if it takes more than 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years means what happened? The result in budget decreases. So when we implement the IoT technology that enable more readiness and efficiency, thus improving the productivity. That is one of the great technology. And maintenance. So you know already, in maintenance, power and fuel consumption will result in wastage if not actively managed. So what is the impact? Overall cost of the projects. So when we implement the sensors help to prevent the problem and also keep customers very happy. Then safety and security. So that is also most important instead of theft and safety. So let us implement the IoT technology. It's no longer necessary to send the human. And waste management. So nowadays in smart cities and all, already they'll fix the dustbin in each and every street. Then and also the dustbin which contains the sensors measure the height of the what do you call that waste things. If it is filled, then the sensors inform to the municipality, the corporation people. They'll come and collect the dustbin, whatever the garbage, collect the garbage and go off. What is the advantage here? So before implement this kind of technology, the municipality or corporation people, they'll take the lorry and go to each and every street and collect the things and go back. So what is the drawback here? Wastage of time, wastage of fuel, then making the what you call the traffic. So many things are there. So when we implement this particular technology, IoT technology, wherever which streets are, dustbins are filled, they'll go directly to the particular street, collect the things, go back. So they can save the time, save the fuel, and they don't create any what you call the traffic problems and all in the city. So this is one of the great technology for save the things. Next, implementing IoT. Automobile engineering. I told you already, sir, track. This is a fleet technology. So like trucks nowadays are integrated with that. So monitoring the truck, weight measurement, so location tracking, where it is, several other sensors used. So these are the things are implemented nowadays. Good example is a Uber taxi and all. And automotive maintenance system, the predictive analytics. Predictive, the sensors embedded with the systems. Though the data is then processed with the algorithm, then future outcomes of the component based on this performance. And the autonomous vehicles, the unmanned vehicles. So controlled with the artificial intelligence along with the what you call the IoT system. Connected cars. Then the facilities. What are the facilities available in car? Wi-Fi capabilities. 4G, LTE connections has been enabled. And also telematics using vehicular telematics. Car owner can keep a view and the vehicle can be remote locations. Okay, the last healthcare application is here. IoT with the healthcare application, remote patient monitoring system. So it was really useful during the what do you call that corona period, because patient no need to go to the because the patient who was affected not coronavirus, something like a heart patient or some other patients, it's very difficult to go to the hospital for the treatment during the corona time. So the IoT, especially the instrument watch, what you call smart watch, helped for the patient. So instead of going to the hospital, the doctor who can monitor the patient and test their pulse rate and blood what you call that, pulse rate and heartbeat rate. Then based on the results, the doctor who can give the prescription to the patient through the mobile. These are the remote patient monitoring, the patient monitoring, also ensuring the availability of accessibility, critical hardware, and tracking staff and inventory control, depression monitoring. Okay. Then what are the advantage when we implement IoT technology in medical field? Reduce the cost, better patients experience, reduce the errors, because man is not involved, machine is involved, so there will be no error. Then improved disease management. Okay, the last is a security challenge in IoT. So why does IoT security is a matter here? There are two goals of IoT security. One is called protect data. Another one is detect and eliminate the vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities, already vulnerability means it's a weakness in application. So make sure all the data is collected and stored and processed and transferred the securely. Number two, detect and eliminate the weakness in application, especially in the IoT components. Okay, then what are the challenges, security challenges in the IoT? So there are five most common Internet of Things security challenges given here. So the first one is called here software and firmware vulnerabilities. So here the firmware, already the program that embedded with the hardware. It's a firmware. Oh, so okay. The vulnerability is the weakness in the applications. So the ensuring,
Yes, sir. I request you if you can could conclude 5 minutes, sir. Thank you.
yeah. It's over, almost over.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So it can be in software and firmware vulnerabilities, it can be reverse engineering and modified to create the malicious version. So malicious version means the intruder who will reverse the engineering process, reverse engineering, and also modified to create the malicious version. That kind of software can be used to gain control. That kind of software can easily find out the devices, what kind of devices they're using, what kind of software they're using, then they can easily control the devices as well as the data. They can access easily the data. So malicious is nothing but here intent to harm the people. That's the first one. Insecure communication. Insecure communication, already man in the middle attack. You heard about this word. So A and B, A wants to communicate, send information to the B. Okay, so there will be one intruder. Intruder will act between A and B. The hacker will be receive the information from A and collect all the information. Similarly, receive information B also. Now A and B both are believe that we are sending the information, receive the information. But there is one man who's called the hacker who will receive the information. This is called insecure communication. That also one of the challenge. Then data leak from IoT system. So nowadays, already, all data is transferred via and stored in the cloud. So hackers who can easily follow the path and collect the data. This is also one of the challenge. And malware risk. Malware risk, what is malware? Malware is the software that is specifically designed to disturb, damage, or even gain unauthorized access to the computer systems. So if attacks find a way to inject malware into the IoT system, they may change the functionality. They may change the easily functionality and collect personal data and launch other attacks. Then cipher attack is the same, like what we have discussed already above the 4 systems. Then these are the advanced simulators. It's useful for the scholars. IoT F5, then MATLAB, Baby Voice IoT simulator, NetSim, NS2, NS3, ANSYS IoT simulator, and also Omnet++. These are the simulator tools. Scientific tools are available. Dear delegates, students, scholars, so you can use this kind of simulator for your research purpose. Yeah, of course, I have. These are the concluded architecture, communication, infrastructure, and application have been presented, and also health application, transport application, and grid improvements have been discussed. then many challenges and issues related to security communication all are discussed. Okay, thank you, one and all, and also the organizer of the conference for giving me opportunity to present my idea with all the delegates as well as students. Thank you. Let me close.
So is my voice clear?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay. So thank you, sir. It's really very nice session, and I learned a lot from this session. Actually, the same topic is my research topic also.
Okay.
And it's really like I get a lot from this session, and thanks for this informative session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Ma'am. Thanks a lot. Any questions?
And if any of the participants willing to get and ask any question, any queries. So there's no query. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, I took much time because you have allotted only 45 minutes, but I took almost 1 hour. Anyway, thank you, Professor Swapnesh Tare and Madam.
No, sir, it's a wonderful talk,
Prakti Mukta.
and you give all the insights related to the IoT
Yes, sir.
and explain very well. So I think all the research scholars who are joining today, they will get much more deeper knowledge related to IoT. So again, I thank you for giving such a wonderful session.
Can I leave the hall, ma'am? Can I leave the? Madam, can I leave the?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Now, so now I would like to welcome our session chairs. Welcome Dr. Ram Kumar sir, and welcome Dr. Girish sir. I would like to take the honor to introduce both session chairs. So, welcome Ram Kumar sir.
Yeah,
Dr.
welcome,
Ram
ma'am.
Kumar sir, currently working as an associate professor in the Department of Biomedical Engineering and in the Dr. NGP Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. He has completed the UG degree in the EC at the SRM Ashbury Engineering College, Chennai in the year 2010 and has done PG degree in the communication at Sri Krishna College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore, in the year of 2012. He has completed the PhD degree in the wireless sensor network in the year 2017. He has 12 years of the teaching experience and he has the previous work experience in the SNS College of Engineering during 2012 to 16 as a visiting faculty in the Anna University, Coimbatore. The area of interest is biomedical, instrument, data science, artificial intelligence, sensor networks, computer networks. Sir has published 5 technical books and 1 non-technical books and had good citation and publication in the Scopus WS, and it covers 79 papers presented in the national and international conferences and 48 papers published in the national and international journals. Sir has the various professional bodies membership like ISP, BM, ESI, SEEE, IRED. Sir has received Assistant Professor Award from the Pearl Foundation for the category Science and Technology. Sir has the Best Academic Researcher Award from the Association of Science Developer and the Faculties. Sir has the Best Technical Faculty Award from the Kalam Education Trust, Outstanding Research Award from the Rula International Awards. Sir has received various grants from the government and non-government bodies like DST, AICT, SPDC, AICT PMKV by UGC UBA, Anna University, my government. Sir is a notable speaker and delivered various guest lecture, invitation talks, and keynote sessions. Welcome, sir. It's really honor to get you as a session chair. Welcome, sir. I would like to introduce Dr. Girish Kumar, sir, currently working as an associate professor, selection grade at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in Manipal University, Jaipur. Sir has more than 14 years of the teaching and industry experience. Sir has get the award for the Excellence of the Education Award by the Institute of Technology Science Research during the September 13, 2020. Best Paper Award in the international conference held at the Jaipur during February 1 to 3, 2019. And Best Paper Award in the international conference at the Jaipur during February 3-5, 2017. Sir has published various research papers in the referred journal, international journals, and conference proceedings. Sir has participated and presented his research paper in various international conferences held in the Politecnico di Milano, Italy, Jialang Science Tech University, Hangzhou, China, IMECS Hong Kong, Kopnik Apps, Kathmandu, Nepal. Welcome, sir. It's an honor to get a good session chair like you, and I welcome both the conference chair,
Thank you. Thank you.
sir, and Ram Kumar, sir. So,
Thank you,
sir,
madam.
Sir, so please, now over to you, sir. Sir, whether shall we start the session now?
Yes, ma'am. Please continue. Ma'am, I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, please start the session. Thank you so much for your nice introduction.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
प्रेजेंटेशन शेयर करनी
नहीं. So,
हम हमारे क्या एक क्लास
So now I would like to call the participants. So the first participant is Yashashvi Divakar Sinha. So the Yashashvi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
So so welcome. Are you ready for the presentation?
Yes, ma'am. I'll just be sharing my presentation.
Okay. Yes. All yes.
Ma'am, is the presentation visible?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. My name is Yashasvi Divakar Sinha, and I am a student of BTech Computer Science, third year from Amity University, Rajasthan. And my research paper is titled Efficiency and Drawbacks of Cloud Storage. Yeah, so in my research, basically, I have compiled all the data regarding the cloud storage, how it was started, what are the pros of cloud storage, and how it really works, what benefit it gives to its users, and what all are the challenges. That all basically I have discussed. And so starting from the pros of cloud storage. So basically, cloud storage offers several advantages such as easy accessibility, flexibility, and reliability, and it allows users from anywhere in the world with limited storage to store as much amount of data they really want to on a cloud server backed by various organizations. For example, Currently, we have iCloud by Apple, Google Storage, and some of the storages by Wix Cloud and other services. So it also provides automatic backup and disaster recovery. For instance, if we see in today's era and in a real-time situation, if we have the data on the physical hard drive or physical storage devices and it just gets damaged, so we can't really easily retrieve it. But that's the pro, basically the pro of cloud storage, that if we just back the data up on the cloud server, so it is easy for us to just retrieve it from anywhere around the world and not depending only on the device that we have. So basically, these all are the merits of cloud storage. It promotes cost reduction of the physical devices. It increases security, reliability, and data centralization, and ease of accessibility, unlimited storage capacity, which we don't find in the physical modes, and the mobility and backup and restore data. So this is basically the synchronization process. Like we start from syncing the data through the devices, and then it's gets backed up on the cloud storage, which is further being saved onto a server that is owned by a company that we are using for storing our data, and we can retrieve our data from that particular surface at any moment of time from any given device. Now, the main challenge is security measures. So, to migrate the risk of cloud storage, it is important to implement security measures such as encryption, access control, and regular backups. You should also choose a reputable provider that complies with the industry standards and regulations. For example, Google and Apple, which are currently at the top positions in the cloud storage department. And it is also advisable to have a disaster recovery plan in place. So now we come on to the cost reductions. Cloud storage can be a cost-effective solution for businesses for all sizes. As if we start storing our data into a physical backup space, so we would require mainly two things. First, we would require a basic physical cloud storage room, server room, and the other we require is number of hard drives, because the data is endless, and in the current scenario every organization has to have a lot of data. So it's beneficial, and it costs less to just get an cloud storage and save the data over there. Now we come to the cons, which I have discussed in the research paper. So cloud storage also comes with certain risks such as data breaches by hackers and the data leaks on the dark web, which is the downside of using some of the cloud storage organizations, which do not provide as much security, and sometimes even data breaches leak their data. And the other con of cloud storage is the server downtime. So what happens is sometimes the server could not keep up with the users and the server is down. So if at those times the user wants to retrieve the data, he just cannot, because the server is not online. And additionally, cloud services may experience downtime, causing disruptions to every other operation. So these are the main demerits of cloud storage: lack of control, migration challenges, internet dependent, and privacy concerns, and fixed contracts. So are the usability and accessibility standards of cloud storage. So in usability, ease of use, efficiency, and user-certain design. And in accessibility, it is W3C starts, assistive tech, and access to content. So this is the three parts of cloud disaster recovery. First, we analyze the security measures, and then we test the security measures, and then we implement onto the server so that it reduces the risks of security breaches. So in conclusion, cloud storage can be a valuable tool for businesses looking to maximize efficiency and productivity. But it is better to review the pros and cons and implement appropriate security measures by choosing a reputable provider. And then we can enjoy the benefits of cloud storage while minimizing the risks. Thank you very much. Now I'm open to questions if anyone wants to.
Yes, Yashasvi, I have one question. I am audible for you, Yashasvi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, Yashasvi, please let me know what you did for the optimization in the cloud, right? Or we can say that how you can emphasize performance of data in terms of storage and security on cloud. You did something for it?
I researched for all the cloud data, and then I conducted a survey of 80 people in which I asked that whether they would think for offline storage or the cloud storage. So 80% of the people selected online over the offline medium. So on that basis, I made my research paper.
sir, your mic is not on.
Sorry. My dear student, please, researcher, please do something into the area of optimization. Actually, you have chosen very important area in terms of cloud. You can see over the IT field, everyone is accessing cloud, storing data on cloud, and so on. So you can contribute in terms of optimization, right? In terms of security, in terms of optimization of storage by using intelligent automation, and so you can note the term intelligent automation, right? So this is a very hot topic, and you can do the work in a depth manner and expand the work in terms of cloud computing. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
So, thank you, Yashvi.
Hello. Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I have one clarification.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have chosen the cloud storage, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you are choosing cloud storage, you are doing only the part of efficiency in your project.
Yes, sir. Mostly I have covered the efficiency, but I have also mentioned some of the drawbacks that are currently being worked upon.
Drawbacks will be there for everything. Are you working on the security because you are doing the storage, right? How you are going to do the security purpose for your cloud storage?
Yes, sir. Actually, I am researching on that, and I have I am trying to make a system for securing, and like I have made a offline server and connected 3 computers through offline server, and I'm trying to take up on the security system, but I have not fully completed it right now. I'm working on
Okay.
it, sir.
Okay, when you were working on that, when you were choosing some cloud storage and all, you should not work it in offline. It should be purely a online basis. Everywhere there's a network security, you have to encrypt the data as well as decrypt the data, right? So you have to work on that. So kindly complete that in as your future work.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so thank you. Next, I would like to call the Shalu J. Rajapat. So, is Shalu is there? Shalu?
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Shalu
here.
Rajapat. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, are you ready for presentation?
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Okay, please start.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. This is Shalu J. Rajavat, and I'm presenting my paper in ICGETEI conference 2023. My paper ID is 36, and I'm going to present on my topic, the block cloud merger of two big technology, blockchain and cloud computing. So this is my abstract where I have to be introduced about that block cloud, what is exactly a block cloud, and why I just write this research paper. In this paper, I just specified the benefit of merging these two big technology, blockchain and cloud computing. These are my keywords: blockchain, cloud computing, secure cloud, block cloud, merger of blockchain and cloud computing. So let's we start with this blockchain. What is exactly why we are using the blockchain for the verification without intermediaries, security, data, consciousness from all nodes, transactions records, and as per timestamps, data blocks created for every successful transaction, authorization, everything, smart contracts, everything is provided for blockchain. And nowadays blockchain is on wide area. So when I reinventing cloud using blockchain, so this is giving some, benefits. This is the high performance computing, multiple instances, Elasticsearch, access, identity and role based, greater transparency, increased efficiency, and improved traceability in it. Now we are just moving this, which I introduced, the block cloud, how the block cloud will be work. In order to improve the security and effectiveness of data sharing, the fairness of data distribution, and protect the profit of data owner in a multi-cloud environment, this architecture contains 4 parts: cloud users, the data service agents, this is the third party, the blockchain network and data owners. The users send data sharing requests through the service agent and obtain the corresponding data service after identity authentication and permission evaluation on blockchain. All data manipulation behaviors were recorded in the blockchain network, and this will be done with the help of the storage. We are using the cloud computing, so all the data will be stored in the cloud. So advantages of blockchain, cloud computing is decentralization. That is means in cloud computing, a major problem dependency of the centralization server for the purpose of managing data and for taking decision problem. This problem arises like a failure of the central server may disturb the whole system and also may cause loss of important data which was stored on a central server. Also, the central server is prone to be attacked by hackers. So the blockchain can provide a solution to this problem, as in the decentralization system, multiple copies of the same data are stored on multiple computer nodes, which remove the possibility of failure of the complete system if one server fails. Also, the loss of the data can't be a problem as multiple copies of the data are present on multiple nodes. The second advantage is with the help of the block cloud is the increased data security. Storage of the data on the cloud is a big challenge nowadays. So stored data is generally related to the personal information of the house owner, like their videos, footage, their voice recordings, their household items, their properties, their personal habits, and leak of these data can harm the personal security of including robbery, attacks, and illegal selling of the personal details for money. These conditions pose a threat to the cloud infrastructure. The solution to this problem is to use of this block cloud, which has the potential of providing enhanced security to the whole architecture. My third advantage of this is more efficient ownership, tracking of goods and services. So major challenges of the logistics industry is to regularly keep track of all vehicles in its network, their current location, time for which a vehicle stayed at a place, to establish communication between several vehicles. In the same manner, tracking service like parcels, software products also face problems due to the centralized approach of their architecture. Block cloud is the enough potential for tracking this one, goods and services. The fault tolerance is my fourth, where the cloud can help replicate blockchain data across a network of computing servers that are interconnected with each other robustly by collaborative clouds. This will minimize the single failure risk because of the disruption of any cloud node So they enable uninterrupted services. So block cloud is also useful for the fault tolerance. My fourth one, sorry, my fifth one is the scalability. So on large scale blockchain application, the number of transaction in blockchain network can be very huge. So it is very important to have powerful data processing services to have high transaction execution for enabling scalable blockchain service. In this field, the cloud can give on-demand computing resources for blockchain operation. Due to this scalability capabilities, so the combination of cloud computing and blockchain, that means the block cloud, can provide a highly scalable integrated system. So which is very much useful. Even if we can talk in the recently applications that we are using in healthcare sectors, we are using in this smart transportation, we can use this one in even net bankings, we can use the smart manufacturing. So many where application are using this block cloud very frequently and very efficiently. These are my research gaps on which I just work on this blockchain cloud, and my paper is based on this research gap findings. So the conclusion of this, the blockchain is very popular financial technology, support different units. It can be, so this paper reviews about the blockchain in cloud computing. Initially, we briefly discussed the integration of blockchain network with cloud system. The main of this integrated system is to ensure and enhance the trust between data server, data user, and the data security. We discuss the origin of blockchain, advantage, disadvantage, everything we will discuss on. So thank you for this presentation. So any suggestion, guidance, and improvement on it?
Hi, Khalid. Nice presentation.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah, I have one query from my side. Shalu?
Yes, sir, please.
Yeah. So you have mentioned the blockchain technologies in healthcare sector is the future application.
Yep.
May know where it will get worked?
Sir, in different application we can use. Even one of my topic is internet banking. We can use it. We can use the different even transportation. You can use it. The healthcare, you can use this application.
Yeah, you are telling the overview of healthcare. I am asking specifically, like you are going to apply in endoscopy, or you are going to apply in what technology in healthcare?
Okay, in terms of that, if and we are not using the endoscopy and all that, for storing in healthcare, we are not using only the one thing, that endoscopy and the tools and technology tools we are using. No, we are not using the tools and tools in this blockchain cloud. All the data of a patient, which is highly secured, because what the problem diagnosis, everything, the part of that particular patient, that will be stored in the system. So we can store with the help of the blockchain cloud for the security purpose of that particular patient.
Okay, because when you are designing some applications, how will you ensure the connectivity and you are
Sorry,
transferring
pardon, sir?
data. You are transferring some data, right? So how will you assure the connectivity issues and all?
Sir, actually, this process is very much, even we can say that this is a very much transparent, because whatever this is a we can say that this is a centralized system. We can even everyone can having the transfer whatever sorry, this is the decentralization system. Whatever the changes you are doing, that everyone get to know that from which peer is doing some kind of changes.
Okay, fine. So kindly work on the some applications overview. and it's really a nice topic. You can proceed forward for the next level of upgradation in your project.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Shalu. It's a great presentation. Okay. So I would like to call the next one participants, Dimpy Jindal. So is Dimpy?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Okay, so yes, your voice is clear. So are you ready for presentation now?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sharing my screen.
You are having two papers for presentation?
Yes, ma'am. I have submitted two paper in this conference.
I just want to request that kindly conclude in specific time. So try to conclude in the 8 minutes.
Okay. Sure.
And,
Sure, ma'am.
like a 5 minutes for the questioners. Thank you. Start now.
My screen is visible, ma'am.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
But it's not in the presentation mode.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So good morning, one and all present here. My name is Dimpy Jindal, and I'm the PhD scholar of software engineering from MIT University, Rajasthan, Jaipur. And this is the third international conference of ICGETI 2023. So my first paper, which I have submitted on this conference, is Ontology Creation and Development in Proposed Multi-Tenant Cloud Architecture. So to begin with this topic, let me tell you what is the tenants. In the cloud architecture, when cloud is made, the multiple tenants is the users. Different users are the tenants. There is a need of efficient administration of shared resources amongst the different tenants. As a result, fast rise of cloud computing system is being found. The use of ontologies in the multi-tenant architecture is very eminent, and it is describing knowledge in the variety of fields that have recently gained attention. Ontologies are the subsets exactly, or subparts of the cloud, which are designed especially to represent knowledge and provide viable answer to the needs uh, of the system as a whole. In the ontologies, this research article investigates the process of creating and developing ontologies within the multi-tenant cloud architectures, which has been presented in order to improve resource allocation, integration, and knowledge exchange. Now, overview of my research paper is the use of ontology as a strong tool for organizing and describing knowledge in a variety of fields. And the study completes examining the difficulties and possibilities associated with the process of ontology building, and the design is being presented, and the goal for improving resource allocation, data integration, and knowledge exchange amongst the tenant. So keynotes of the paper are: the research article extensively summarize the ontologies as well as their function in the management of knowledge. The study ontology development process, language, tools are investigated and emphasized placed on significance on the aspect of multi-tenant cloud settings. The study investigates populating and enriching ontologies in the cloud system, and the multi-tenant cloud architecture will strengthen the construction and development of ontologies for the greater tenant cooperation, as well as resources usage efficiently. Brief introduction of what is multi-tenancy in cloud system. Multi-tenancy is basically wherein ontology refers to architectural model where single instance of software program and several clients are known as tenants. In ontologies, there is a term as OaaS, which is ontology as a services. It is a service where cloud service provider deploys ontology creation applications and infrastructure together depending on the customer's need. This is a unique interface where data storage, settings, and whole environment is kept conceptually independent from one another. The advantage of multi-tenant architectures are follows. It allows for economy to scale, scalability. It is scalable to multiple extent. Management is centralized, wherein one admin or administrator has the ability to administer and maintain the shared infrastructure, and improve resource utilization, improve collaboration. However, there are certain demerits or disadvantage associated with it as well, multi-tenancy, which are being registered as isolation and distribution of resources, security and privacy of data is being hampered sometimes during multi-tenancy in the cloud architecture, and limitation of cloud customizations, consideration regarding performances. The conceptual framework which I have designed for multi-tenant cloud architecture is like this, wherein in A part, the single cloud is having 3 tenants, tenant A, B, and C. So there can be two B1 and B2 in the figure. It is represented shared database and shared schema. First, shared database and shared schema means every tenant will share a same schema of the table or the database basically. So all the data are maintained on a one schema, whereas separate schemas are maintained for multiple tenants. So there is a less chances of information exchange or leakage. The possible components of analysis are this, on which I have verified my system, is quantitative analysis, qualitative, and comparative. And interpretation conclusion will be that result from the data analyst drawn was connect to the goal of the study, that it provide the establishment and development of the ontology for the distribution of the resources and data integration and sharing knowledge within multi-tenant cloud infrastructure. So these are the some data analysis interpretations which I have presented on my paper. The comparison used before and after the implementation of ontologies. So as you can see, the tenant A, B, and C before the ontology implementation, it was 70, 80, 90, and after implementation of ontology, it is 85. So on tenant A, it has CPU utilization has increased, but on B and C, it has decreased. And wherein memory utilization before and after also there can be seen the memory utilization has also increased in tenant A, wherein it has been similar to B and C while using the ontologies. Now collaborating effective ratings. Here tenant A, B, and C before ontology implementation, the ratings were given by the tenants were this, and after implementation ratings given were like the ratings are improved to a bit. Then there is a fairness index. Fairness index implies the kind of fairness every tenant get the kind of environment which is equally distributed to them. So the improvement, the fairness index after ontology implementation has also improved significantly. This demonstrates that ontology was implemented the fairness index to 0.6 to 0.8, which indicates improvement in the architecture resource allocation fairness. So resource allocations are done fairly well after the ontology creations. So, and the conclusion, ontologies help increase resource utilization, cooperation, overall efficiency within the shared environment. When environment is being shared like a cloud, which is being shared by multiple organizations or companies or groups, so they do accurately expressing knowledge, solving difficulty associated with resource sharing, facing seamless data integration. The study may be used and referred for practitioners or researchers in the development of successful ontology-driven methodologies for multi-tenant cloud architecture, because I have just studied the improvements. I have not
Yes,
proposed any architecture.
Dim.
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, carry on. So, can you conclude in 5 minutes, please?
Yes, ma'am, I've already concluded. This was my conclusion only. The result is that ontologies can be divided into multi-tenant cloud architecture.
Okay, Dimpy, this is a nice presentation. You are working in a very good topic. So, can you elaborate the multi-tenancy work into the serverless computing architecture?
Serverless.
Yeah, actually, Dimpy, I want to mention something here. Multi-tenancy has many benefits, right? That's
Yes,
why
sir.
we have chosen it.
Yes, it
To
has a
save,
shared benefit for multiple organizations and its
yeah.
tenants.
Yes. So, how it is worked into the serverless computing architecture? So that we have different types of services in the cloud computing. That's why I'm mentioning here. This is very useful into the particular area as mentioned, serverless computing.
Yes, so it will be very great, good for serverless computer if it is possible. Because when I have performed this study, so it is basically finding out what are the reasons why multi-tenancy or ontology creation on multi-tenancy will be applied, and through which if serverless computing is there, so everything will be based on the cloud. So it will only help the tenants.
Okay, you find, Dimple, you find something drawbacks in multi-tenancy. I think you have mentioned somewhere.
Yes, sir. I have mentioned in the disadvantages. This is the drawbacks, isolation and distribution of the resources, that some resources are not equitable
That
or shared effectively amongst the tenants. And the security and privacy cannot be achieved fully, but it can be improved only. So when the secure tenant data is when multi-tenancy is there, there is some kind of data hindrance can be there, but it can achieve to some extent.
okay. You are taking care of all such drawbacks during your research, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, nice presentation.
Thank you so much, sir.
And as you are working on ontology and you take some data too, what is the analysis you come out of the data prediction?
Yes, sir. So the data analysis which I've done is this only, which is presented in the figures, with that multiple tenants share a
That's
single
okay.
schema
That is
or a separate schema.
data availability you have taken. After data availability,
Yes, sir.
what's the next step you are, as you are a PhD student, what's your next thing to carry forward with the data?
So after this multiple analysis, there is being I have recorded that what is the performance, how performance is improved, like CPU utilization before and after, memory utilization before and after. and then customers rating of ontology implementations, how it has improved. Then the fairness index, which can be justified that significant change has been there when ontologies are being created. So improvement is there.
Okay, fine. Kindly proceed with that and try to do some what the advancement in writing, what you have
Sure,
carried
sir.
out in the
Sure, sir.
PhD.
We'll
As
work
it
in
is a
future.
long journey for you, and it is your first paper in PhD domain. When you are going to some SCI journal, the scope should be much wider.
Sir, I have my second paper which I'll be presenting next. So it has some mathematical implementations or matrix
Okay.
form for
Okay.
the cloud
Okay. Then
implementation.
okay. No issue. Then
Okay, thank you. So it's a really nice presentation. So, Ms. Dimpi,
Thank you, ma'am.
so could you please continue with your next paper presentation?
Yes, ma'am. I shall continue. So my second paper, which I have submitted for this conference, is the cloud-based mechanized method for developing semantically rich ontologies and planning analogies for e-comforting bits. So about this paper is about ontology framework at the temperament of semantic web, which is a powerful method for representing visualizing domain knowledge. So in this paper, basically ontologies and the threshold of that employing if and then procedures and validating the relevance and irrelevance of all contribute to the usability of knowledge. Knowledge visualization is reduced at a reduced level is supplied by semantic representation of the ontologies, were particularly useful for processing and analyzing e-health data. This research basically helps for analyzation of e-health data and resolving implicit knowledge. We can see the introduction here. Cloud computing services have dramatically break from the traditional methods of providing company infrastructure, platforms, software as a broad variety of services. In cloud computing, pay as you go model is there, and flexibility is there, and various other benefits are there. Important qualities of cloud servers include scalability and pay as you go pricing models, decentralization, a decentralized architecture, a high degree of security and availability of virtualized architecture, and elastic capacity. In order, when the company begins and elastic its size, so there should be the cloud infrastructure should be such that it can accommodate its size. And in order to determine the extent of duplication and evaluation of material usability is a vital requirement. So in this paper, the similarity index is being worked on, that what are the different similarity criterias are there. So here one proposed architecture which I have mentioned and which is on the basis of graph derivation representation. So this is the proposed system framework. So when in a cloud, a text document is being fetched, it is being submitted. So it is being pre-processing. So this direct logics rule construction, which is the new proposed proposed framework which I have introduced in this paper. And through GDR, here we have generation, integration, and polymorphic object elimination, in which extensive ontologies are created and its statics are estimated. When these statics are estimated, the ontology repositories are created, which where multiple ontologies are being stored. So like ontology A targets target cloud user document, ontology B, which is other cloud user document. So whatever you need, whichever ontology is being need, so it is being used like target and other, and then the similarity is being estimated. The sub-ontology detection and sub-ontology detections mean ontology within ontologies are sub-ontology, and its detections and similarity measures are being done. Then degree of similarity will give us that what should be follow, that threshold comparison or simple if and then rule processing. And then the data relevant document of metadata of will be fetched to authenticated cloud users. So for this rule, I have also used pseudocode in which like ontology A is constructed, so and ontology B is constructed. So when number of ontology present in the repository represents n, counter represents c. So P and Q is a index of relevant and irrelevant documents. So when ontology A is and B is created, is input ontology of authenticated cloud user document is ontology A, and ontology B is repository ontology of other existing documents. So when the loop is created from counter C1 to N, the if uh, if the similarity value of ontology A and ontology B is between 0.85 to 1, then the metadata of the document corresponding to ontology returned. Otherwise, the P is incremented. And else, if it is not between this index, then metadata is irrelevant and the counter is decreased for P and Q respectively. And then for next ontology, we can check that the counter minus C plus 1, and then this loop ends. In this I have mentioned there are number of disease, like I have mentioned that it is used for healthcare purposes. So herein healthcare purposes, like there are multiple diseases like cancer and heart strokes and other diseases which are prevailing. This can be like we may compare the diabetes ontology to the medical dictionaries, such as multiple diseases can be there like cancer, cardio threats, etc. So these can be done through this matrix, which I have mentioned in this. This matrix defines about the purpose of stability estimation. Ontology measurement value provides in according to UML, Unified Modeling Language, graphical models. So GDR is graphical derivation representation, and DL represents description logic. So there is a description UML GM first of all, which is unified model language for graphical model. Then GDR DL represents our graphical derivation representative or description logic. Then GDR DEOL, which is already there, but now proposed what we formed or found is graphical derivative representation DYDL, Didactic Deontic Logic, which is being proposed in this paper. And in the comparison of UML, GM, DL, and DEOL, Didactic Deontic Logic procedure, which is being proposed, is greater amount of lesson and instance, example, axiom, and root links. due to the expensiveness, DDLY is DYDL is a large amount of class that merely the dominant words and non-dominant words can form, and it is a stable, semantically rich ontology which can be established automatically using the proposed approach, which combines GDR with DYDL. So these are the degree of similarity measures which are being provided, that UML GM, which was already there, GDR DL was also there, GDR DEOL was there. So similarity index is quite similar, as you can see on the graph of GDR DYDL, which is being proposed in my paper. So conclusion is that in order to build a semantically sound ontology, determine expressivity via ontology statistics, we employ DYDL, influential knowledge picture language, to compare and contrast to ontologies and determine their level of similarities. This works on the cosine distance similarity matrix. And however, this is developed further to employ fuzzy rules slightly more than the traditional if-then rules in the recent research. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Your session looks good, and now I can understand the connectivity between the paper.
Yes, sir.
So you have taken some mathematical expression too, right? You have taken the mathematical expression also.
Yes, sir.
What is the outcome you derived from the mathematical expression?
This is the mathematical expressions, like this integration, combination of integration and treatment. So when the multiple treatments are being done, so how are the treatments are being, the commonality, the similarity index is measured, how and where, to which extent in ontology similarity is there. So that is what being found, and for that we have introduced DYDL, dyadic deontic logic.
That is for the derivative representation you are doing, and really I was interested to watch your session, and my best wishes for your PhD research to get successful one as soon as
Thank you
possible.
so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you. My best wishes.
Thank you so much.
So, okay, thank you, Ms. Dimpi. It's really a good presentation and
Thank you so much, ma'am.
good topic. I would like to call the next participant. So the next participant is Arja, but currently not there. So I would like to call the next one, Monica Sharma. So Miss Monica, are you there? Are you ready for presentation? Miss Monica?
Yeah.
So are you ready for presentation? Could you restart?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is perfectly visible. Please continue.
Okay, a very good morning to all the eminent and dignitary and research scholar present here. I am Monica Sharma, research scholar, Amity University, Rajasthan. I would like to thank to my supervisor to guiding me, and I would also like to express my gratitude to Works, the panelist, organizer and convener of the conference. And the title of my study is ChatGPT, Chat Generative Pre-trained Transformer, a bibliometric snapshot. So welcome to my presentation on ChatGPT. Nowadays, we all are familiar with ChatGPT. So basically, ChatGPT is a powerful language model based on the GPT 3.5 architecture. In this presentation, I will introduce to ChatGPT, and then I will share bibliometric data on ChatGPT. So the purpose of this study is to analyze the data from all research work related to ChatGPT that are listed in Scopus. So this is my abstract, which is showing my research paper, and these are methodology, finding, organizing, and these are my keywords. So this is the introduction of ChatGPT. So it is a large language model. Basically, ChatGPT is an advanced conversational AI model developed by OpenAI. It is powered by the GPT 3.5 architecture, which stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer 3.5. So ChatGPT is designed to engage in natural and dynamic conversations with users, producers, human-like text response that make intersection more initiative and seamless. So ChatGPT can understand context, maintain coherence, and generate relevant and contextually appropriate response. It has been trained on a massive dataset of internet text. So it is impressive AI technology. ChatGPT is an artificial language model, or it was introduced in November 2022, and it provides conversational response to user queries. This is the literature review. I have reviewed approx 30 to 35 papers. So some of them present here. Thorpe S23. The title of ChatGPT is fun but not an author. In this paper, this paper present ChatGPT language model by OpenAI. The main conclusion drawn from the study is that while ChatGPT is enjoyable and engaging tool for generating text. Next one is editorial. This title is tools such as ChatGPT threaten transparent science. Here are ground rules for their use. This editorial paper discussed the threat the AI language model such as ChatGPT pose to transparent science. It emphasized the need to establish ground rules for their use in research. Next is there is an 823. This is how the ChatGPT perform on the United States medical licensing examination. So basically, this paper is related to medical examinations. This is research question. This is the research question of my research study. So what is the publication trend in ChatGPT? Which sectors and sorts of papers have published more research on ChatGPT? Which nations publish the most papers on ChatGPT? What are the key research themes cluster emerging from bibliometric analysis of available literature in ChatGPT? This is the methodology section. I used for methodology, I used Scopus database for my study. So in Scopus search, I used title abstract keyword in the advanced search feature of Scopus. It helped us find the document that has keyword related to the research in title and abstract. Then I found 153 document retrieved. Then I screened based on publication stage and language. Then finally I found 199 documents for bibliometric. So this figure is showing, this figure is showing the publication of papers last 2 years, and I observed that publication of papers on ChatGPT has increased dramatically in 23. and one research article only in 2022, and 118 article produced in 23. So basically, in 23, publications increasing. This is the top 10 subject area in the field of ChatGPT, and it shows that computer science has the top of list with 58 publications, followed by social science, engineering, business management, mathematics, and all, and economics, physics, material science. These publications than the average. Then these publications have fewer publications than the average publications. This is the country-wise publication. It shows that the US have most publication on ChatGPT. So US is in first rank among top 10 countries, followed by China and Australia, UK, and other have fewer than the average publication per country. India has fifth number of publications. Next is author analysis. So top five influential author in the field of ChatGPT. Here presenting him. Wong is first author. It is related to in the field of ChatGPT. Wong from Info Institute of Automation, Chinese Academy of Science, Beijing, hold the highest number of publication in the field with 7 publications on ChatGPT. Same Mayu is a university from University of Chinese Academy of Science, Beijing, has citation score 295, but on ChatGPT citation count 3 only. So the author analysis, and next one is citation analysis. So citation analysis represents the top most cited papers. So I'm presenting here so 5 papers. So top cited out of 199 documents, including document title, publications, year, publications, year, first author, source of citation score with 108 citation, the most cited article from ChatGPT. From ChatGPT, what ChatGPT is fun but not an author by the Thorpe, published in Science in 2023. This was focused on experience of ChatGPT. And next is tools such as ChatGPT, Threatened Transparent Science. Here are our ground rules for their use. This is published in Nature, Springer Nature, and in 2023 with 68 citations. Same followed by how the ChatGPT perform on the United States medical licensing examination, the implications of large language model for medical education and knowledge assessments. It is published in JMI Medical Education, and in 2023 with 41 citations. Keyword analysis. These are the keywords highlighted: artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. These are main keywords. So I have divided in keywords 7 parts, 7 clusters, 6 clusters. These are the this is the finding of my research. So what is the publication trend in ChatGPT? So publication in ChatGPT has increased dramatically in 23, particularly since one research article were produced in 22. So which sector and source of paper have published more research on ChatGPT? I found that ChatGPT computer science sector has the top, followed by social science and others. The US is the first follower. The US is first in and followed by China is second in publication among top 10 countries. Based on literature review, I found so many keywords and I divided them in 6 clusters. These are the main themes of clusters. Cluster 1 based on the theme of advancement in AI for healthcare and language processing. Cluster 2nd is the theme of ethical consideration in artificial intelligence and human language. Cluster 3 is main theme of advance in computational linguistic and natural language processing. Cluster 4 based on advance in large scale language models. Cluster 5 based on chatbots in education and libraries. Cluster 6 based on generative AI for academic honesty and text prediction. In conclusion, based on this study, I found that there have been numerous research efforts and studies conducted on ChatGPT model based on the GPT architecture like GPT-3. These studies have explored various aspects of these models, including their capabilities, limitations, and potential applications. Some key areas of research, language understanding and generation. In this research, I have investigated the language comprehension and generation capabilities of chatbot models like GPT-3. I have explored how well these models can understand and generate human-like text across different domains and languages. Human AI interaction research this research paper have investigated how users interact with GPT-based chatbots and how the user experience can be improved. This includes understanding user expectations, managing user frustration, and creating more seamless and natural conversation. Creative writing and artistic expression. Some research has focused on using GPT models for creative writing, generating poetry, stories, and other artistic forms of expression. Limitations and challenges. Various studies have pointed out the limitation of GPT-based chatbot, such as generating sounding but incorrect or frictional information. These are the references of my studies. Thank you so much. Any suggestions and answer questions?
So, okay, thank you. So, sir, is there any query? Questions, sir? Okay, thank you, Monica. We are just Miss Monica.
Okay, ma'am.
We are just waiting. I'm asking to the session chairs. Is there any questions they willing to ask? Sir?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is it
Morning.
audible?
Miss Monica, are you there?
Yeah, I'm available here.
Miss Monica?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Monica?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Attend the
So,
question.
yeah, really, it's a nice topic, and you have chosen the much needed current trend chat GPT. What is the inspiration you got to choose this topic?
Sir, this is the latest new topic. That's why I choosing this.
Whenever you face some hurdles only, it will insist you to choose the topic, right?
Yes, sir.
So what are the hurdles you faced to choose the chat GPT? Because when we are changing from one phone to another phone, we have some issues with the older phone, right? Yeah, Monica, a little bit audible. Okay, so what is the future plan to carry out this chat GPT?
I will research on ChatGPT in I didn't found any paper and research work on
Yeah, that's
management.
what I am asking you, because now only it starts working about the chat GPT. You can't be able to find many papers or many articles or many literature review to address your papers. Then coming to the chat GPT, you are a PhD research scholar
Yes,
or
research scholar.
PhD research scholar. Okay. What is the prime objective of your PhD?
So, to enhance my research knowledge and
Objective is not to upgrade your knowledge, right? What is the final destination you want to reach? It's the task of the objective, right? Because it is more basic things you have delivered, and what is the proposed or what is the future thing you need to achieve, or what is the technology you want to implement in chat GPT is the big question behind you. So kindly work on that with your research supervisor and try to implement that. And what is the application you are going to consider, whether it is in healthcare or something military or defense applications or industrial sector or automotive, like that you have to identify first. So kindly work on that in the future and upgrade your research article too. Thank you. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Actually, there are two more presentations are there
Yeah.
scheduled. And
One is Aro Jain and Garima, right?
yes, sir. So the Garima has already joined, but recently left. So I'm just
Okay.
calling, try to
No.
find out what happens and is there any issue. And also the another one, Arjan also.
Yeah.
Yes, there
No.
Garima eventually has joined, sir. So
Yeah.
I would like to call the next one, Garima, Miss Garima. Miss Garima, are you there? Are you ready for presentation? I'm asking Garima. Miss Garima. Hello, Miss Garima. Again.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So are you ready for presentation?
Sure, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is any issue, technical issue?
Yes, ma'am. I was facing the technical issue earlier, but now I am ready to join.
Okay, then please start the presentation now.
Okay, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Please be in a particular time scale. Okay, kindly try to complete in 8 minutes or 10 minutes.
Sure, ma'am. No problem.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But make it as a presentation.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, good morning, all of you. Well, my name is Garima Pancholi. I'm PhD research scholar at Amity University, Rajasthan. So the topic of my presentation is leveraging artificial intelligence for sustainable finance, a bibliometric analysis. We all know that we have been facing we all are facing challenges in today's world because we are having changes at an unprecedented pace. So we need to address these diverse challenges, and to achieve those challenges, we need sustainable development. Many financial institutions have increasingly started adopting artificial intelligence to enhance their decision making, to become more accurate, to increase their efficiency, and promote the sustainability in our planet. Artificial intelligence is helpful in analyzing data, but as well as it will help us in supervise the sustainable finance. We can achieve artificial intelligence through machine learning, blockchain technology, data analytics, and this would help us in gaining the momentum for sustainability, as well as it will help in create impact in our environment as well as society. Okay, so coming on to the what is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is basically human intelligence coming from an artificial body. We all know that artificial intelligence is excessive and it's continuously expanding at a hello.
Yes, what happened? Yes, Miss Garima.
Ma'am, shall I continue? I thought there was some disturbance.
Yes, your screen is properly visible.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay, so I was talking. Thank you, ma'am. I was talking about artificial intelligence. Well, basically, artificial intelligence is the human intelligence which is coming from an artificial body. AI can help in detecting the patterns, forecast the trends, optimize investments, opportunities to the AIC factors. And we also know that with artificial intelligence, we can also analyze the unstructured ESG-based data, which could help in better decision making and reliability. When we can also find out the reliability of the information which we could use for our investment processes. Many sectors have started using artificial intelligence. For example, we can see that in healthcare facilities, finance, healthcare department, finance department, manufacturing department, they all have experienced a revolutionary transformation when it comes to using the AI, and this has drive the innovation. Coming on to the next, what is sustainable finance? Well, sustainable finance is basically an investment decision made by the individuals, which which not only do it for profit maximization, but also to develop for the sustainable development and to contribute towards the earth and the environment. We all have seen that the past few years, due to the corona, there was so many problems. Many economies have failed, but the economies who have sustainably invested in, who have invested sustainably, have come up in a better manner. They were resilient towards this pandemic. Okay, and coming on to the, when we talk about the integration of sustainability with finance, we see that the investors are looking for the investment decisions which are basically based on the sustainable things. And when we talk about sustainability, they are basically the factors such as environmental, social, and governance factors. And this helps in the analyzing of complex data and the risk assessment, which are not possible through the traditional techniques. Coming on to the next, these are my research questions for the paper. Like, for example, the first question was, what is the pattern of publications related to artificial intelligence and sustainable finance? The second question is, which countries, authors, sources rank among the top 10 in terms of productivity in the field of artificial intelligence and sustainable finance? The third question is, which studies have made the most substantial contribution to the field of artificial intelligence and sustainable finance? And the fourth question is, what are the dominant keywords in the field of AI and SF? So when we talk about the publication productivity, we can see that the first paper ever published in artificial intelligence and sustainable finance was in 2010. And then we could clearly see the subsequent rise from the year 2017. It has subsequently rise and it hasn't seen any downfall. Even in 2023 till June, we can see that there are 38 documents, there are 16 documents already published. And when I talk about the country productivity, we can see that India and China both are having 19 documents published, followed by USA, Russia, and United Kingdom. But the trend also says that the main areas, the main countries where artificial intelligence and sustainable finance are the one which are most, the economies which has like significant impact. And these are all mostly the developed economies. And the economies who are developing, they are not contributing much in the artificial intelligence and sustainable finance. Coming on to the next, the author's productivity, we can say that Hassan, Begum, they all are mostly the authors who have a minimum 2 to 2 publications, and only Hassan has 3 publications. When I talk about this is the Sankey diagram of three-field plot, which has three factors, three fields. One is of author, the second one is of keywords, and the third one is of USs. If you clearly see that the uh, most used keyword is artificial intelligence, and where USA, India, United Kingdom, Italy all have publications with the topic of artificial intelligence. And all these countries are kind of developed economies or the larger economies. Next is the most influential work. These are the paper titled The Sustainability of Artificial Intelligence and Urbanist Viewpoint from the Lens of Smart and Sustainable Cities has gained the most citations of 86, followed by Supply Chain Disruption during the COVID-19 pandemic, Recognizing Potential Disruption Management Strategies, etc. The next one is keyword analysis. This is the word cloud that I've made. And if we see that artificial intelligence has the most biggest size. Here, artificial intelligence shows that artificial intelligence has occurred most of the time, followed by sustainable development, finance, and rest. Next, I have the future directions. So to conclude, this paper suggests promising avenues for future research in the field of AI and SF, basically the artificial intelligence system of industry. We could clearly see that the most of the publications were from the developed economies, and the low-income countries haven't encountered much to the challenges of financial and the technological. The second one is that there has been insufficient attention given to the safer integration of AI. Even though AI is having great opportunities in the future, but still the AI algorithms are based on the historical data. So we need to make certain laws for safer integration. The next one is the absence of comprehensive public policies, because since we all know that artificial intelligence has not been used on a major bigger purpose, that's why we don't have a proper public policy. And the third one is millennial and generation Z. We all know that Gen Zs and millennials are the talk of the town because they are the one who are going to run the economy. So it is important to see that what are their preferences and how they are moving towards the sustainability. The next one is the conclusion. We all have seen that the research publication started from 2010 to 2023. And I have done the bibliometric analysis, which basically shows what are the research trends in the field of AI and SF. And I've also known that the AI's ability is to detect the patterns, forecast the trends, and optimize investment approaches that could contribute to the positive and the environmental and as well as the social outcomes. And the integration of AI with sustainable finance will not only enhance the transparency, manage the risk management, and accelerate the transition to more sustainable and accountable financial system. Therefore, I would encourage all the researchers to engage their work in the cross-regional collaborations, which involves both developed economies as well as the undeveloping economies. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity.
Yes, it's a really great presentation and a nice topic. So I would like to ask Dr. Ram Kumar sir. So is there any questions, sir? Sir, Dr. Ram Kumar sir, is there any questions, sir? Ms. Garima, please wait for 5 minutes only.
No problem, ma'am. And by the way, ma'am, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to present my paper. After facing so many technical issues, still you got me the time to present my paper. I really thank you so much for this.
Welcome, yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's a nice topic.
Thank you, ma'am.
Contacting to the session chair. 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a nice session. Garima, are you available?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So your presentation looks good as
Thank you,
you were
sir.
coming at last of the session, and your presentation there really it's thing. May I know the target beneficiaries for your project?
Sorry, sir, I didn't get you. What do you mean by target beneficiaries?
Target beneficiary means end users who after your final prototype, who are the end users to access your project?
When we talk about this research paper, na,
Yeah, research paper, yeah.
actually my basic is like I want to work on the millennials generation, because
Yeah.
if we know that millennials and the Gen Zs are the talk of the town and they are going to run our economies, so I just want to know what they feel about this artificial intelligence and sustainability, because they are the one who are going to use the artificial intelligence. So they would be my target beneficiaries. They would gain the they would like to know that what are the like consequences of integrating the artificial intelligence with the sustainability.
Yeah. Can you go to slide number 14?
Yes, sir. Conclusion?
Most influent work. Go to that slide.
Yes.
Previous.
Keyword
Yeah.
analysis.
That
Yes.
most influent work.
So actually, this is the most influential work. This paper shows the main papers, research papers.
Yeah.
Which has got the
What is the drawback in the second paper you have identified?
Yes, sir. The supply chain disruption during the COVID-19 pandemic, recognizing the potential disruptions, management strategy. This one, the paper?
Yeah. That paper
Yes.
only.
Yes,
What
sir.
is the drawback you have identified, or what is the use from this paper for your research work?
Yes, sir. This paper was basically made on the blockchain technology, if I talk. So the problem that we are facing now, that there are not proper blockchain technology right from the beginning to the end. We have data from the warehouse department to the consumer. But for example, if I talk, there was a point where they have talked about a wine company, where a company was initially using the was talking about how a wine became a wine. So there was lack of data from where did that seed came from and how did it processed. So this were the main problems that we have faced during the COVID-19 pandemic, that there was a lack of data, as well as there was a problem that there was not a common policy for using artificial intelligence. If there were many machine learning problems, there were AI algorithm problems, there is not a common policy that would work. So the main companies are facing this problem.
Okay. You are for MBA. Your PG program is MBA.
No, sir, mine is commerce, business administration. I've done masters in commerce.
Okay. Fine. Okay, my best wishes as you are dealing with the finance and all. Do your research, much needed one, and my best wishes to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Garima, Miss Garima.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Can I
it's
stop
really,
sharing?
yes, yes, yes. So it's really a nice session, and I would like to thank all the participants for a nice topics you have discussed here, your research outcomes you have discussed here, a various wide variety of topics we have learned here. And I would like to thank the session chairs spend your precious time here and provide the good suggestions to the participants for their further research areas. So thank you, sir. And
Thank you.
to all
Thank
the
you, Mr.
participants. So we are here concluding the sessions. And thanks all participants and the session chair.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for inviting to the as a session chair for your Amity
Sir,
University.
thanks for
And
your precious time, sir. And
yeah,
nice questions, sir.
yeah. Thank you so much, and thanks to Raki ma'am and for organizing the
Thank you.
conference. Yeah, thank you. And my best wishes to all the participants
Thank you.
for your completion of PhD. Thank you.
Ma'am, it will be continue at 2 p.m. No?
2 p.m. Yes, yes. The next session, sir, that is
Next session will be start at 2 p.m. No?
Yes, other one, sir. Yes.
Okay.
That the link will be changed, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
You can leave the session if you want. Actually, I will remain open, session open.
See, sir, actually, that particular session will have another link. That link will be changed, sir.
So this session will be, this link is not required anymore now.
No, sir, no, sir. That link will be another one, sir. That session is another one.
The next session is your at 2 p.m.
Yes, 2 p.m. Yes.
And Professor Dr. Jayati M. Sharma and Professor Shandar Ahmed, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So can I close this session or you will?
Please, 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. Wait for 5 minutes. Yes, I'm just responding.
Okay.